Hello friends, welcome back to your channel Ashish Webcast. I hope you all are doing well. My name is Ashish Pal. Today I'm starting my new series in which we will learn the configuration related to Active Directory, DNS, DHCP and a lot more exciting topics covered under the Active Directory. So without any further delay, we will start this video. But before, if you are new to my channel, please watch my other videos and subscribe to my channel Ashish Webcast. So let's start the video. So in this video, we will set up our first domain controller in the forest. So let's see how is the configuration of my lab. So I have created one virtual machine on the Oracle VirtualBox, which is having operating system Windows Server 2016, and it's having 2 GB RAM, and the IP which I have assigned, it's assigned through DHCP and it's 192.168.56.101, and the name of my forest will be ashishwebcast.com. So before promoting any domain controller, let's see what are the things which we need to configure. So there are four main things which we have to keep in mind before promoting any server as a domain controller. So first one is we need to assign a static IP address on the server, and the second one is the machine which you are promoting as a domain controller should have a local administrator account with a valid password, and it should have a NTFS formatted volume, and you should give a proper name to your server because it is not recommended to change the name after you promote a server as a domain controller. So let's start our configuration. Let's first check what is the IP address on this server, whether it is assigned by DHCP or we have set it static IP. Let's see that. Let's open a command prompt. Let's open ncpa.cpl. Let's go to the properties of this Ethernet cable. So here you can see that the IP it is getting from DHCP because it is set to obtain an IP address automatically. Let's select this box, and the IP which I want to assign this to this machine is 192.168.56.101. Let's give it a default gateway, which in my case is 2.1. Other you can leave as a blank and click on OK. Click OK. So once you do that, you may feel that your session is disconnected because you have changed the IP address. Let's wait for some time, it will come back. It's back. Now let's check the IP address. ipconfig/all. Sorry, I typed triple L. Okay. So right now it's 192.168.56.101 and the default gateway is 192.168.2.1. Let's look at this second. So while installing this server, I have created one administrator account. Let's have a look on that. So I have opened local users and groups. Let's go to group, and I have account, and I have also set a password for that. Let's close this window. Let's third requirement. So I have a NTFS formatted volume. So this C drive I have. Then I have to check what is the name of the server. Let's go to server manager. Let's go to local server. So right now the computer name is Win100TK. So I'll change it to DC1 because in my configuration I have marked it as DC1. Let's click on OK. And this time, oh sorry, I marked it in the domains, DC1. Click on OK. and it will ask for a reboot. Let's start this machine now. So the server is off after the reboot. Let's see the changes which we have done. Let's open server manager. Let's go to local server. So the computer name is now DC1 and it has the IP address 192.168.56.101. Now let's install the role. Let's go to dashboard, click on add roles and features. Then we have to click next here. We have to select role based or feature based installation. Click on next. The server selection DC1 is already selected. Click on next. Here we have to be careful and we have to select Active Directory Domain Services. These features will also be installed like group policy management and other tools. Click on add features and then click on next. You don't have to click anything in the features pane. Click on next. Here you don't have to do anything. Click on next. Then you should tick this box, restart the destination server automatically if required. Click on yes and click on install. Let's wait for the role to install. Now the role is installed. So there are two options to promote this server to a domain controller. We will see the second option. First is you can do it from here. We will close this and click on notification flag. Click on promote this server to a domain controller. Then as we are adding first domain controller in the new forest, so we have to click on add a new forest. We have to type our domain, which is ashishwebcast in our case .com. Click on next. Now the forest function level and domain function level are 2016 since this operating system is also Windows Server 2016, and it will be a DNS server since it is the first domain controller and also a global catalog. Now you have to type the password for directory services restore mode. You should keep this password somewhere secure. Type the same password here as well. Click on next. Then it will create since like there's no DNS, so it will create that. Click on next. Now it is checking for the NetBIOS name. So it's a unique name in TCP IP. So it has checked and it is found as a unique NetBIOS name. Click on next. So here it has automatically selected the database folder, log files and sysvol folder in C drive. If you want, you can change it, but in our case, we will keep it as default. Click on next. Now it is showing that whatever configuration you have done in the past windows, so it was the domain we have chosen is ashishwebcast.com and the NetBIOS is ashishwebcast, the forest function level, global catalog, DNS server and the path of database, log file and sysvol. So now we can click on next. It will check for the prerequisites and once it is passed, it will save for the installation. So all the prerequisite checks passed successfully. Click install to begin installation. Click on install. So it will take some time to install. Let's connect again once this server is promoted as a domain controller. Now the server is up after the installation. So it has rebooted. And then now we will log in using the domain credentials. So in our case, it is Ashish Webcast. And we will type the password and Click enter. Now it is it is acting as a domain controller. Let's check if it is properly promoted. Let's do the basic test. DC diag. So let's see what are the results. And as you can see that DC1 passed test connectivity and it is advertising and it has passed the sysvol check, and I can see everything successful. These are events, no issues. Let's see so netlogon and sysvol are also shared. Let's check Active Directory users and computers. Click on OK. Expand the domain name and let's go to the domain controller. So it has been successfully promoted as a domain controller and it is also a global catalog. So that's all for this video. See you in the next video. So our next video will be, we will add another additional domain controller into this forest. Thank you and have a nice day.